Bob, what was the message to the players right now, just in terms of
It's disappointing. They had a great season. Didn't play well tonight. Didn't in any phase. I mean, when we hit crosses, the movement in the box wasn't good enough. Didn't pass the ball all night. We just kicked it forward. I mean, that's as disappointing as anything. Slow on the ball in the midfield, turnovers, dribble, we didn't play. We tried to jam it down one side and turned over, and they countered. Give Louisville credit; they were down 1-0 and they tied it, and they found a winner. And they were definitely the better team in the overtime. Maybe not the beginning of the first overtime, but the middle of the first and the second, they were the better team. I think we were tired at that point because we didn't have possession and we did a lot of chasing. Big hearts, but we weren't mature enough as a group. This game, we weren't mature enough to get a hold of the ball. And I think Louisville, even though they had problems playing out of pressure the first half, they kept trying to play. And they eventually established a bit more of a rhythm, and they were direct at times, but they definitely connected balls in transition better than we did. So I brought up some of those things, but listen, they had a great season. Crowd was great. It's disappointing. I mean, we had all home games left. I know we haven't lost in over a year at home. It's a tough way to end the season, and I'm proud of them for the year that they had. But listen, you don't execute. You don't. We said we have to be able to pressure them and disrupt their rhythm, which we did a good job for most of the game. I think we ran out of gas at the end. I said to do that, we're going to have possession and spells with the ball. And I don't think we did, And I think similar to the Atlanta tie we had a month or so ago, we worked really hard, but, we didn't get a hold of the ball. And at times we were guilty of dribbling and just slow to release the ball, slow to present an option. A lot of times guys had the ball and our players weren't open soon enough. So then you dribble to buy time and you lose it, and now you're chasing. So I mean, it was big, and I mean it's the little things in the game that they showed their experience. Every time they moved, they closed the field up, and we were guilty in the second half and overtime of not, when we played forward, we didn't close the spaces. And so every ball that spit out, they were picking those up and turning them into transition moments. And it's a big part of the game when it's that competitive, is winning second balls, getting recoveries in the midfield. And so, I mean, it could have gone either way. There were chances. I mean, I know they hit a post, they missed some chances. I know Nico had one cleared off the line. I wasn't crazy about, I thought there was a tug on a ball that Santos, to me, it's a clear foul from behind, and if he doesn't tug him, he has a chance to get on the end of that ball. You're not going to convince me otherwise. I thought there was a second yellow. I mean, McMahon played. That's always going to be a yellow, but he had a yellow, so the ref said, I don't want to change the game. To me, he's late. You can't charge a player like that. It's reckless. It's irresponsible. And the ref doesn't make the call. And it's disappointing because those are big moments in the game, and we put that pressure on. We did a lot of things well tonight. Ultimately, we needed to do a better job with the ball, and that's probably the number one thing I would say is we needed to be more mature with the ball.
Bob, obviously disappointed, but can you call this a successful season, winning a conference championship moving farther in the postseason than you did last year?
Well, we're getting better. I mean, I don't know how you listen. Where this is now, even from last year, there's been significant growth. I don't think it's successful when you lose on your home field in the playoffs, regardless if it was this round or next round or a final. I mean, you don't ever want to lose at home, and Louisville hasn't. You know, that's why they have a couple of titles. You know, did we show growth? Yeah. Did we have a lot of highs and good moments? Yes. You know, I'm not here to define success. I'm here to help our group get better. And they worked hard, and they have gotten better throughout the season. So, you know, it's disappointing. The guys will all be frustrated, and it's a bitter pill to swallow. But hopefully, you know, we grow from this. So if we're in these positions again, you know, then, you know, you can take even better advantage. I thought we were very composed last week and had a lot of energy. I think we had energy today and had an appetite, you know, but once they, you know, started, we threw a few punches, they threw a few punches, and I think we needed to be able to, you know, when we got hit a little bit, we needed to be able to recognize it at that time that, hey, we gotta get a hold of the ball. We gotta get control. We gotta be able to dictate. And we turned it into a track meet, which has never been our style of complete track meet. And I think they had some pacey guys in there at the end that were going to cause some problems, and the spaces got bigger and bigger to defend. And look, we did a great job defending in a lot of those moments, but at some point they're gonna get on the end of a cross, just like Mertz almost got on the end of one here on the near post. It was a coin toss, but at home you don't want a coin toss. You want to be decisive. We weren't. Left them in it at 1-0. Didn't really manage the game as well as I would have liked, and we'll have to look back at as a staff. You know, the adjustments at halftime and what we could have done. Maybe we did discuss possession, but you know, maybe we needed to make a few other changes because we ran out of gas. So there's a lot of things we got to look at as a staff as well.
Bob, did you consider an earlier sub? Meaning a second sub.
Yeah, I mean, it's. We always knew it was an option, but you know, when you look at the season, some of those guys had. I mean, Nico was gas, but we may go PKs. He only needs one chance. You know, that's a decision you make as a coach. I mean, I think Kenny struggled a bit, and for him, he's always played the biggest games really well. I don't think, but I'm not taking him off the field. I know what he means to the club and what he can do, and so, you know, I thought Robbie still had something there, and you know, Steven, we only thought we'd get 20 minutes out of him today. I mean, he battled like a warrior. You know, he had an abdominal strain that he couldn't train all week. He tried the other day, couldn't go on Thursday, but we treated him. He wanted to go today, whether it was 20 or 30. I think I put him in with 20 minutes left maybe, so he played 50 minutes on that, and was stretching and running and battling for every ball. So it was amazing, and you know, obviously we threw Mark in hoping to get a winner, not trying to tie the game. We put his size in, but at that point to throw someone on for a minute or two, it's too late, you know, and I'll have to look at that because, you know, eventually we did run out of a bit of gas, and I'll have to look at, would it have made a difference had I made, you know, some of the guys on the bench are not as experienced in these moments, so you make those decisions. I always do a lot of self-reflection, so I'll definitely